The unprecedented growth of the LGBTQ community in history has transformed our culture and consciousness. From time to time, homosexuality has been a taboo subject, yet the general attitude towards this community is, if anything, more uncertain than before. According to Time magazine, homosexuality is seeing more evidence in the US than ever before. As an almost inevitable subject matter in fiction, a considerable influence in the arts, and a highly visible presence in the cities. In The Color of the Rainbow, we will explore some of the important key moments that have witnessed the uprising of the LGBTQ community throughout the past 4 decades, from the first Gay Liberation Day March held in New York City in 1970 to the legalization of same sex marriages in the country in 2015. Also, its great attention in arts, entertainment, and media, as well as discoveries in sciences and religious controversies.
A historical event that sparked the revolution of the LGBT community was the Stonewall Riots of June 28, 1969. The Stonewall Riot was considered the beginning of the fight for equality and justice for the gay community. According to History.com, this riot was a reaction of the police targeting the LGBT community routinely to clear out the homosexuals. The last straw was the raiding of the gay club called the Stonewall Inn in New York. Members of the community and other supporters joined in on the Stonewall Riot and revolutionized the equality for the gay community. On June 28, 1970, it was the one-year anniversary of the Stonewall Riot, and according to PBS.org, thousands of members of the LGBT community marched through New York into Central Park in what was considered America's first gay pride parade. And in the following decades, the annual gay parade spread to dozens of countries around the world. According to PBS.org, on December 15, 1973, the board of the American Psychiatric Association voted to remove homosexuality from its list of mental illnesses. According to PBS.org, on July 8, 1980, the Democratic Rules Committee stated that it will not discriminate against homosexuals. At their national convention on August 11 to 14, the Democrats became the first major political party to endorse a homosexual rights platform. According to NewYorkTimes.com, on June 26, 2015, the Supreme Court ruled by a 5-4 vote on Friday that the Constitution guarantees a right to same-sex marriage. Throughout this era, music has been a prevailing trend in serving the right and equality for the LGBT community. Songs such as Same Love by Macklemore, We Are Who We Are by Kesha, Small Town Boy by Bronski Beat, Rebel Girl by Bikini Kill, I'm Coming Up by Diana Ross, Born This Way by Lady Gaga, Feeling Special by Nikki Blanco, You Make Me Feel Mighty Real by Sylvester, Take Me to Church by Hozier, and Forrest Gump by Frank Ocean has really transformed the taboo in speaking out for gay rights, gay love, and gay equality.
What does it really mean to be gay, bi, or lesbian? These terms are just a label to label people of the same sex that are really attracted to each other. Well, scientists think they've got it all figured out. In 1970, a manifesto was improvised to shaming gay couples. On top of that, it made society believe that being in love with the same gender was a social construct. For example, in 1972 through 1978, the gay rights leader Harvey Milk was elected to office but was eventually assassinated. In 1973, the American Psychiatric Association removes homosexuality from its official list of mental disorder, which result in the competition against religion and science at the end of the 19th century. This connects to the period of the Enlightenment and how it opposed to the church's rule, because the Enlightenment was based on rational rules, while the churches based everything on the belief of their God. However, on October 1st, 1986, the Roman Catholic Church calls homosexuality an objective disorder, regardless of what the scientists based everything on. However, this was proven This was proven wrong by science in 1987, as the scientists conducted research once again using a technology called the Ego-Cytonic Homosexual DSM, which stands for the Diagnostic Disorder Pathology. This was, this was eventually terminated later in the 21st century. In 2007, the death rate of homosexuals have risen drastically until today. One of the main reasons were due to the USA Methodist Church establishing a top policy that a gender of a couple must be between a man and a woman, and this was in 2008. Therefore, it explains the death rate.
Today, the LGBT community has rose and prospered in gaining their rights, equality, and their love and support. Although they are still targeted, they have fought their way to be able to be a part of politics, TV shows, and be widely accepted by many more people than before. And it all started at the Stonewall Inn Club on July 28, 1969.